every spot in the strip can be bombed in any second. You don't have any time to think what to do. So people start to run, and I was told the snipers can't get me. He went to the market, he never returned, and Salma isn't here now. I've lost so many friends. Some of them are still under the rebels. We thought my house was gonna be bombed. Depression is nothing. What we are going through can't be described with words. I have a question for the world leaders. What are you waiting for? Excuse me, what else do you want to see to help us? Just imagine you are a homeless, hungry, thirsty, terrified, broken person, and this is how you live in Gaza. Our only hope now is God.
Since October 7th, we've all seen the gruesome images of an ongoing genocide currently being committed against the Palestinians. Whilst we won't be going into the history of the conflict, which began over 75 years ago, and we won't be asking too many political questions for the safety of our guest today, who is speaking live from Gaza. Over the past 9 months, she has built a following of people inspired by her endless resolve and love for animals. She had dreams of becoming a translator and helping her family. Now, she may have lost loved ones, she hasn't lost hope. It's time to get unchained. Lama Dalloul, welcome to the show.
Hello, Shak. Thank you so much for hosting me in this show. I'm really honored.
Thanks for joining us on the show, and I hope you're staying safe. Firstly, can you tell us a little bit about yourself? Was you born in Gaza?
Sure, my name is Lama. I am 19-year-old from Palestine, Gaza Strip. I was born here in Gaza, and I have stayed my whole life here.
So can you take us back and tell us what was life like before October 7th?
So life before October 7th was a normal life, was peaceful life. We were all living in peace. We were all studying, working, helping each other, helping our families. And for me, I was really excited that I have just finished high school with a 97%. And was about to study a new life and study university. I wanted to study translation, as I always loved to be a translator. I actually had so many goals, and I focused so much on my study, and I wanted to achieve them. But,
What's your current situation like? Are you with family and friends, or are you alone?
I'm still living with my family, my parents, my brothers, and with some other displaced families that we are hosting in my house.
What was going through your mind on October 7th when you saw that Hamas had broken through the walls?
Well, although people considered it a victory and I started to celebrate, I couldn't be happy because I knew that there would be a reaction for what happened, and I was aware of the consequences, and here we are living it.
Can you describe what life is like living in Gaza right now?
Just imagine with me, you are a homeless, hungry, thirsty, terrified, broken person, and this is how you live in Gaza.
Do you and others in Gaza have access to basic necessities such as food, water, medicine and shelter?
Well, we've been eating canned food only for like 8 months and more since all this has started, like canned vegetables, canned meat, luncheon, tuna, and so on. And we are lucky that we can get them because many people can't, and they are so expensive in the market. Water, actually it has been 3 days in my house with no water, nor to drink, nor to wash. Although water isn't 100% clear, some of the water is like half dirty, but thankfully we can get the water, and many people can't. And shelter, don't tell me shelter, because every spot in the strip can be bombed in any second, so there are no shelters anywhere. And medicine, of course, no. Even the hospitals have only few medicine. There's a lack of medicine. There's actually a lack of everything.
I've seen in some of your videos you've uploaded online of you dodging snipers. Can you tell us some of the strategies you've come up with to stay safe?
Yes, many times while trying to film, I find out that I'm standing in a dangerous spot that the snipers can get me. So I was just trying to film just right there, and man came and told me that it is too dangerous to be standing right there because there was literally a sniper, and if I didn't move, I could disappear. And again, I was filming and man shouted that stop filming because there might be snipers around. And I was told not to stay in an open area for too long and to walk randomly so they can't get me.
How do you access information about what's happening in your area? Is there a way for you to stay informed about incoming attacks in order to keep yourself safe?
Unfortunately, I don't have connection all the time. I just have internet a few hours a day, and sometimes I don't. And we can hear bombing sounds around us, but we don't know exactly where that bombing was if we don't have connection. And we know after hours when people tell each other that was that house and that place, and yes.
Can you describe some of the strategies that you've come up with in order to stay safe?
Of course, everybody had. Each one of us has a bag. We call it an emergency bag. We put inside of it, our passports, our identities, and our necessary stuff. So if we got a few seconds to take something with us while before running from the house when we feel danger coming, so this bag will be the thing we will get while running away or fleeing the house.
Have you lost anyone close to you since October 7th? If so, can you share their story?
Well, unfortunately, yes, I have lost so many. I have lost my beloved uncle a few months ago when he went to the market to get some food for his family, and he never returned because the place he was in was bombed and he was killed with tens of others. And I still can't believe that I'm not able to see my uncle again, that he used to visit us every week. He used to bring us gifts and we had so much good time together. So if you are here in Gaza, you may lose one of your friends, one of your family, one of your relatives in any second. Why? Nobody knows. For example, my uncle a few months ago went to the market to get some bread and food for his family, and he never returned. Why? Because the place he was in was bombed and he got killed. Not only him, but tens of other people that never returned to their families. And I've also lost one of my cats, the youngest, Salma. She was killed during a bombing in my area. She was in the backyard and she was killed with a shrapnel. And Salma isn't here now. Another example, my little kitty Salma was outdoor that day, and my neighbor house was bombed. And Salma wasn't lucky enough to run away, so Salma has never returned. And of course, I've lost so many friends. And
what has been your most terrifying moment since October 7th? What happened and how did you cope?
Actually, there are so many terrifying moments, but one of them, when me and my family were sitting, talking together and trying to forget about what's happening outside, and then suddenly we hear a very heavy, loud bombing sound that we thought that my house was gonna be bombed. But it was my neighbor's house, and it was so close that the glasses of the windows started to fall on us, started to break and fall on us. And it was literally raining glasses and shrapnels. In these moments, you don't have any time to think what to do. So people start to run just to try protect themselves from the glasses, from anything, just try to cover themselves. And although we didn't have time to think what to do, but the first thing came to my mind was my cat, Lucy. So I immediately ran to him and hugged him and protected him from the shrapnels and the glasses. But unfortunately, the 14 people were inside the house were all killed. And by the way, some of them are still under the rubble. I don't know how to say it, but we just survived the massacre. I was near my mom in the market, and there were a lot of people, and suddenly a rocket was found, but fortunately it didn't blow up.
How has the war affected your mental health? Have you experienced any depression, anxiety, or PTSD?
Well, the war has affected my mental health so badly that caused me a lot of issues. We've been all dealing with depression for months since all has started. And depression is the least I can say. Depression is nothing. Because what we are going through is can't be described with words, It has also affected my physical health as well. And as I had a braces on, and I was supposed to visit my dentist every month, and I haven't visited him for 9 months, and my teeth started to separate again. Also, I was supposed to have a LASIK surgery to fix my eyes because I have myopia, and still haven't. But thankfully, I have a good feeling that I am strong enough to face all these and to wait till the end and keep fighting.
Do you ever feel a sense of hopelessness and despair at times? And if so, how do you cope with those feelings?
Well, sometimes I feel a sense of hopelessness when I see the world leaders are not moving, are not doing anything, are not helping us. But in the same time, I see a lot of people around the world are standing with us, supporting us, and this give us all a hope to keep fighting, and there are people supporting us, and they are standing with us. We're not alone, and yes.
Is there anything that gives you hope for a better future in the midst of all this chaos and destruction?
Our only hope now is God. We still believe that He won't let us down in the end, and this all has to end very soon because what's happening is unfair and can't happen.
So has there been any moments of beauty, joy and resilience that has sustained you since the start of the war?
Well, one of the positive things that we were able to help displaced people, provided them water, food, and shelter. And I have also hosted a whole family in my room. A family, their house was bombed. They came from the north, and they don't know anyone here. So instead of staying in the street, I welcomed them in my room, and I've given them clothes, and we became very close friends now. Hello everyone, this is Lama from Gaza, and today as a team in the clinic, in the Manic Clinic, we decided to go to help the children who are living in the camps right now in the streets, and trying to cheer them up with animals' help as an emotional support.
Do you have any messages for the world leaders who may be watching this interview and could make a difference to this situation?
I only have a question for the world leaders. What are you waiting for? Excuse me, what else do you want to see to move, to help us, to call for a ceasefire? And for the aid organizations, I really want to thank all of you. I really appreciate your efforts, but please keep trying to enter food and water and medicine, especially for the people in the north of Gaza. They don't have anything. They are still starving. And please try to enter animals' food, because I have been struggling for so long that I don't know what to feed my cats. My cats have been eating canned food like us for a long time, and they are sick of it. There are no animals' food, there are no cats' food, no dry foods, no vitamins for them, no medicine, nothing. And please don't forget that animals are also need food. So me and my friend have been searching for animals' food for a long time, and we are so thirsty. After 30 minutes of walking, but finally we're here. It's called a Man Vet Clinic, and hopefully we can find something for my cats, for Lucy and Blue and Jabal, something healthy for them to eat. Come with us. gosh, I still can't believe that I found food for my cat. I felt something for them. Can you tell me more about this clinic?
Of course. My name is Dr. Aad, and I have been running this clinic called Aman Center. And during this bad war, we have many crises to provide food and medication for pets or animal, but it's worthy, and these souls deserve to do everything to providing this. Of course, we have now, or rightly now, dry food and soft food, but it is a little quantity, but we will continue to do everything to provide this.
If unfortunately you can't raise the funds and cross over to Egypt, how do you think this is going to affect your future?
I don't want to imagine I'm staying here because there is literally nothing left. No schools, no universities, no places, no houses. There's nothing left, and there's no reasons for me to stay here. I am a student. I'm still young. I need to live in peace. I need to see my life, my future. I need to study. And yes.
If you manage to raise the funds and cross over to Egypt, what will be your plan for the future?
Inshallah, when I get to Egypt, I just need to get some real sleep that I haven't slept for a while. I just need to sleep without noise, without bombing sounds, without stress. I just need to relax my eyes, relax my body, relax my heart. And then, of course, I need to go to the hospital to check on my health, check on my eyes, as I have to do a LASIK surgery to fix my eyes, and get a new braces, of course. I will also apply for a scholarship to study there, and if that didn't work, I would go to another country and study and get a job, help my family. The only reason I couldn't travel yet that I need to pay $5,000 at least just to get to Egypt and get out of here. And this is why my friend Rania, who owns the Progress company in the US, helped me and created a GoFundMe account for me to get enough so I can travel. I know it's closed now, but I'm still trying and doing my best to get enough so I can travel as soon as it reopens.
Lama, do you have any final messages or words of encouragement for the people who are concerned for your safety?
I just want to tell people who are still standing with us, supporting us, please don't forget us. Don't get bored of us. Keep talking about us. Keep calling for ceasefire. Keep sharing our videos, our stories. And hopefully this will end very soon.
For the people who may be watching this interview, who may contribute to your GoFundMe campaign, which will see you cross over to Egypt and pursue your dream of becoming a translator and helping your family, what would you say to those people?
So if you really care about me, about my story, and if you really want to help me, there's a donation link in my bio. You can donate. And if you can't donate, that's absolutely alright. You can just share it to your friends, to anyone who can donate, who can help. And of course you can share my videos, my stories, everything I post to get more views and to get more help. Thank you.